welcome back to Shakhtar to Glory, episode 4. And we're really getting into this season now. Things are really kicking on and we're really moving through it and sort of ploughing through it now. So last time out we played Stal, which was a sort of semi top of the table clash. We were first, they were third. I think we may have been second actually, just because of the game in hand. But you know, top two in the league on form, certainly clashing. We came out of that 2-0 winners. We followed that up with an away win against Olympic Donetsk, who I assume from the name are a local rival. That was 2-1. Fairly comfortable. Should have been a bigger win than it was. Fairly late goal for them to sort of just make it a little bit twitchy at the end, but we were always in control and probably should have been more out of sight really by the end of that game. 25 shots, 12 on target. Possession fairly even, but we were the better team by miles. But got the win we deserved, and that's all that matters. We then followed that up with a 2-0 win against Kopati, a team I have heard of, but they are struggling in the league. They had one shot on target, 3 out of 3, not great. We weren't much better on the target, but we had a lot more shots, a bit more possession, and we came out of that 2-0 winners fairly comfortably in the end, really. And yeah, that Ismaili goal, it's not going to let me show it, I wouldn't have thought, but it was a brilliant goal from outside the box. I think it was a corner, dropped in, and he just fired it in the top corner. So that leaves us today with our opening Champions League game against Red Bull Salzburg. So we're going to jump straight into that now and just try and keep this video a bit shorter. So this is a team we're going to go with. We do face a little bit of a tricky situation now, because obviously I was aiming for this very attacking 5 at the back, 3 up front for the league, and looking to be a bit more conservative in Europe, maybe a slightly different approach. But it's working really well, and with the group we've got, no disrespect to some of the teams we've got, but we should be, certainly at home to Red Bull Salzburg, taking the game to them a little bit and just sort of really going out there, putting a marker down and getting those 3 points. So I think we are going to stick with that. Romero's getting the goals, Tyson's playing really well. Ferreira, when he's been fit, has been knocking them in as well. So there's goals in this team, and certainly at home I think we should be looking to take advantage of that. I have got the long ball there if it's not going quite to plan, that we can sort of utilise. The 4-2-3-1 as well, that I've kind of been adapting and working on a little bit. Tried it at the league. The last 2 league games I think it was tested a little bit, and obviously as you've seen, wasn't quite as convincing as maybe it could be, but it has still got a bit of work to be familiar. So we'll jump into the game. I think they're playing a 4-4-2 from what I remember. So here we are. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. The player I've been told to look out for is that Dabur up front. I think he's an Israeli striker, so we'll have to be a bit wary of him. We're going to jump into teams. We're going to go passionate. It's the first game, Champions League. We are the favourites. Obviously, first seeds. So that goes without saying, really. I guess probably wasn't how I would have expected it, but so we'll jump in. We'll send the assistant to the team to the tunnel, and off we go. So here we are. We had the first highlight. We are being dominated in possession. We have had a shot and shot on target. I think that's more than what they've managed so far, but we're still bringing it forward nicely. Cerna and Ferreira within 15 minutes. Our first highlight, pretty much our first main attack, and we've taken the lead. As we see, Seville and Basel are still drawing. So let's see Ismaili there with a cross in. Tyson sort of semi-wins the header out to Fred, gets it to Cerna, and he puts a delicious ball in there, and Ferreira just jumping in at the back post just to put it away nicely. So advantage to us. We've cut straight to another highlight. It is their goal, sort of free kick from the goalkeeper, I presume from an offside. Tyson's free in the middle. Romero puts it into Romero, and Romero and Tyson linking up again. That really is the front three, particularly Tyson and Romero, are just like a little dream team. It's just amazing how it's slotted so well together so early on. So you can see Tyson runs in behind, and Romero's just there hanging on the edge, gets in the cross and slots it away. 2-0. Couldn't have asked for a better start. So we have another highlight here after 35 minutes. Fred has it in the middle, gives it away sloppily there. Not a great pass. Wasn't really to anyone, and they come forward here. If we can snatch the ball, I fancy us on the counter, but we need to get that ball back, and Ismaili has come out of position there, and it could be troublesome. Is that a penalty? It is a penalty, and it looks like Dabur's going to take it. No, Bezos is going to take it, and he slots it away, and really not. I don't think that's deserved. Okay, they've had more possession, but we are playing sort of that sort of style, really. So disappointing. We do have an injury just before half time, and it is the left back. So we have got Asvedo back from injury now, so he is going to slot in there. Tyson isn't having the best game, 6.8. He's got an assist, he seems to be playing quite well, but the rating just isn't matching that. So I think we're just going to trundle into half time here. 2-1 to the good. It's not bad, but I'd prefer that clean sheet, and obviously if that goal not to have gone in, and doesn't really, especially as a penalty as well, it's very much avoidable. We're going to go assertive here because I just need to put a bit of frightener into them. Not going to go full aggressive because I don't think that's necessary, but we'll certainly get assertive with them, and so they've been okay, but there's still more to come, and they can do more. So we have jumped to 75 minutes here, and we've got a highlight, but they've won it back, and we just really don't need to be dropping another goal so late, especially when we've been playing so well. My players are quite fresh in this game because I did actually, as Tyson slots it away, all three strikers have scored now, so fantastic. Sevilla are winning as well, and it's still their one goal, one shot on target that is the goal, which is obviously the penalty. So we have been sort of worthy of this lead. Yeah, so as I was saying, the last game against Carpati in the league, I did sort of change up the system, like I said, to the 4-2-3-1, and it was a complete change of personnel, which partly could explain that it wasn't quite working quite as well. It was a lot of none of these. I don't think any of this first 11 played, barring maybe the left back, who's obviously gone off injured. Cerna is starting to. Well, we've hit 90 minutes, and I've missed the subs, so we'll skip that for now. As we get a corner here, probably just going to be the end of the game. It is 3-1. So a great start here. We'll passionately say that we're very happy in the way we played. In general, I am. It was a little bit of a blip just before half time. So with that, where are we going to come back to? So we get 1.3 million, that's nice. And all the money we can get coming in, because we haven't got a lot there, especially since the board also bought Romero for us for like 4.5 million. So schedule, I was going to skip straight to the next Champions League game, which was going to be Seville, but we have got Ilichevets, and they're blued out because they are actually an affiliate of ours, which seems to be very, very dodgy. In the Premier League, if you've got an affiliate in the same division, that gets cut as soon as the team comes up, or you go down, whatever, it gets cut. So it's very interesting to see what that is. I don't think I've got any players out on loan with them at the moment, so there's not too much to. No, we have Tarkovsky's there. Okay, we've got. These must have been out before I took over the club. There's quite a few there, and I presume they'll be ineligible. They will be, and they are 6th in the league, so they're having a good season with our players. But obviously, a lot of the core of that team isn't going to be able to play. So we'll come back for that game just because it's a slightly different sort of scenario to what I'm used to. So in episode 5, we'll come back. We'll play Ilichevets Maripol. So until then, see you next time.